You got one expert over here who's an expert on the vaccines. They jump in and grab their piece of the pie, and they do that for the non-deployed veterans with Gulf War illness. And you got the other expert over here who's the expert on depleted uranium. They jump in on this side with their piece of the pie. Of course, they throw in their the depleted uranium is what caused the veterans to get sick, but they don't say anything about the non-deployed veterans. Well, here, the vaccines were what caused those individuals to get sick. Yeah, that's what it was, the vaccines. And the burning oil wells also caused the Gulf War veterans to get sick. The burning oil wells and the PB pills, yeah, that's what it is. But the non-deployed vets, oh yeah, it was just the vaccines that did that. It was just the vaccines that caused them to get sick. Even though all of us got the exact same chronic multitude of chronic signs, symptoms, and diagnosed and undiagnosed illness. Oh yeah, two totally separate different issues caused the exact same symptoms. That's what it was. Yeah, that's what it was.
Say that this is just, I guess you could say in a room like this, let's just say we all have the same problem. Would you say that that is a, what's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, yeah, thank you. A coincidence. I'm sorry, it's not a coincidence.
In Mrs. Kaplan's statement, here you have exposure to what you believe is toxicity, and the children suddenly become ill. That seems to be a pretty clear cause and effect, and I was wondering if others had seen it even that directly.
Actually, I will not state the name of this child that I met at Walter Reed. She was 14 months old. At that age, you are to be walking, crawling, somewhat talking. This child started to walk, and within a matter of days of getting down the pattern of walking, something crippled her to where she couldn't even walk. She had to lay on the ground and pull herself like this. Can't even move her legs, can't even stand up, can't even say mommy or daddy.
Go over, read on it. Halabja, unexploded ordnance. Google on it. Go read about it. All 7 individuals just had a problem catching their breath. Once they gained their breath, they started feeling sick. Anybody who's deployed to the Persian Gulf knows or remembers that either you got sick or some other people around you remember getting sick. Well, that's what it was. And the 7 individuals, they got sick and they all went to the hospital. Okay? They all ended up going to the hospital to get treated. You know, they drove themselves, whatever, went down there. And their first symptom. And if you go look at my Kings of Battle channel, I put up pictures also of one of my first symptoms that I had when I was over in country over there, which was a rash all over my face. Started all over my face. Okay, it started very little back then. But like I said, it gets worse now. It goes all over my face and goes up inside my scalp. And I got pictures over there of that rash if you want to go look at it. Well, a rash just like that started on all 7 of these individuals. It started inside right there when they got to the hospital. And then the head person of the Department of Health, the head Department of Health, head guy of the Department of Health, Iraqi Department of Health, he came down there. He was nowhere near that bomb. He was nowhere near the ordnance. He didn't come into contact with that bomb or nothing. Those 7 individuals, they were there inside the doctor's office. They had not been decontaminated. They were not decontaminated. So that gas or the chemical cocktail mix of biological chemical warfare that they were exposed to was on their skin. Okay, the head guy from the Iraqi Department of Health, Disease and Health or whatever, he came down there and he touched one of those individuals. Now listen to what I'm saying here. Remember, deployed veterans, non-deployed veterans. Deployed veterans in the areas exposed to these chemicals, non-deployed veterans nowhere exposed to these chemicals. They were stateside and they got sick. Now remember, deployed veterans. All right, the equivalent of those deployed veterans, were those 7 individuals who were in the area with that bomb when it ruptured and and that contamination went on top of them, went on them. Okay, think of it like that as same as the deployed veterans. Okay, the 7 individuals went to the hospital. Okay, the head guy from the Department of Health, nowhere even near the bomb, touched one of those individuals, touched his skin that wasn't decontaminated. He got secondhand exposure. He got the rash too. Okay, veterans who are deployed come back home. If they weren't properly decontaminated, the equipment, the vehicles, their TA-50, etc., come back home. Non-deployed veteran touch that, boom, exposed. You see how that works? You non-deployed veterans see how that works? I know I got one guy who always comes to my videos. Hey, man, what about us non-deployed Gulf War illness? What about us non-deployed? Well, there you go, man. That's what I've been trying to tell you. These are facts. Go look at it. The Department of Health guy came in there. He touched one of those individuals. He got secondhand exposure. He got the rash.
Not right.
She has the same rashes that her father had, or has. She has just like the same attention disorder that her father has, like our son. Exact same rashes, hyperactivity, a lot of problems.
People have forgotten that for 7.5 years, we found weapons of mass destruction.